Today, though, you're gonna get a little bit of fun time because you're gonna take Lucy here, and what I want to show you guys is this is ice. I'm not joking about this. This is ice. Let me put this down. As you guys can see, I can't. There we go. This is ice, and you're gonna be getting in my car and seeing, well, what you can do with it. Have a little fun because we do have quite a bit of space. As you guys can tell, we have a lot of space here to just kind of mess around. So we're gonna mess around a little bit and you're gonna have a little fun doing it. Oi, my camera. We're gonna have a little fun doing it. So what I'll do is I'll hand you my key. There you go. And enjoy. I love that car. And just so you guys know, with Tesla owners, we really are a breed of our own. I normally would never let anybody drive my car, but the reason I let him drive the car is because he's another Tesla owner. I have faith in what he's gonna do, and so I'm not worried about how he's gonna drive my car. But considering this is ice, and you guys can see the reflection coming right off the ground, it's gonna be interesting to see how this is gonna be. He's gonna take a running start a little bit. Let's see what he's gonna do. Wow. See, the neat thing about this is, for whatever reason, I mean, I know it has a lot to do with all-wheel drives. Now, I want to point out that my car does have all-season tires, and they are fairly new, but they grip, and it's very little slippage from everything I could tell. Oh, he's going to take a bigger running start at this. Okay. I'm going to move out of the way. Oh, there was a little bit of slippage. Oh, there was a tiny slip. That's actually pretty neat. It just holds control, and this is one of the beauties about these cars. They just maintain control at all times. Wow. Very surprising. Very surprising. I want to see his feedback on this. So let's have a little chat with him and see what he's got to say about this, because, well, it's pretty interesting. What is your experience?
That was fun.
That was
a little bit of slip off the initial acceleration.
Yeah, I saw that, and I noticed further back
but
too.
It picks up it grabs pretty quickly for that.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of slip and off it goes. I was trying to do a couple of the turns. You get a little bit of slip, but it really is fighting you to stop you from doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, so it's trying to control what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it. So, okay, it may not be if you want to take this car and buy it for drifting purposes, that's not gonna work.
It's trying to be smart, going, who in the right mind wants to do that on a highway?
Right.
So the car's fighting you to prevent you from losing control. So if you try hard enough, you lose some, but the car's really going to want to get it back so that you stay safe on the road.
Perfect. All right, so that was actually a lot of fun. It looked like a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna do it myself, and I'll probably hand the camera over to you so you can actually, well, you know what? You're gonna be a vlogger. Why the heck no? This is your first time on YouTube, right?
Yes, it is.
So now you're gonna be behind the camera. Why not?
Excellent.
All right. Push a little harder.
You can push a little harder because it's your car. There he goes. Fighting the slip, got control. It's easier to slip on the reverse. Okay, so how's your more energetic?
That was a lot more pushing the car to, well, more extremes. One of the things I did notice is it's really hard to lose control of this car. I agree completely here. It's all she wants to do is get the grip and just hold on. With that said, you really have to push, I think, almost overboard to actually do something where you're sliding out or you're not letting it go. Now, one thing I did do is when I was coming back, I slammed on the brakes and just wanted to see how long it's going to take to stop. And frankly, it was not that long compared to what I thought it was going to be. I actually expected to go a little further down. The interesting part is, I'm pretty sure you noticed, going in reverse though, the front end swing, I was able to make that swing quite well. That I didn't expect, but I'm glad to know that I can do that. So with that said, I'm gonna just chill out a little bit, enjoy the scenery, and yeah. Okay, so that was fun. That was definitely different. I didn't expect it to grab hold on basically an ice rink the way it did. The biggest surprise to me was the instant, what would you call it? I guess just the instant grab.
Instant response time of wait, I've lost control of the rear wheels. Nope, there it is again, and off it went.
It was very surprising to me because, I mean, first of all, seeing my car being driven by this guy is really weird to be outside of the car. I'll tell you that right now. I am not a big fan of, you know, letting anybody drive my car, but as I stated earlier, Model 3 owners,
Tesla owners.
Tesla owners are, can you tell I have Model 3 on my mind now? I'm getting to play with it tomorrow. So Tesla owners are a different breed, I think. There's, I think I mentioned this in the previous video where, you know, I belong to a motorcycle club and I ride motorcycles, and it's a very specific breed of people, wonderful community. Tesla is, I think, the Tesla community is catching up to that, if not, you know, already on the par with it. And I feel completely comfortable letting him drive the car, which is really weird. Trust me on that. Anybody who knows me will tell you that rarely ever happens where I'd let anybody drive my personal car. So not just my Tesla, any other car. So, you know, seeing you drive the car and me driving the car in this particular scenario with so much ice, it's crazy to me because one thing we did talk about off camera is, how badly do you really need to have winter tires? Now, a little disclaimer, I don't care what people do. This is just a question based on the fact that of what I just saw. The fact that the car can stop as well as it did and take the turns on ice. We're not talking about snow here. We're talking about ice, right? With all-season tires, really. It's quite surprising.
Surprising to me. Grabbed very quickly. I didn't feel I was out of control for more than a second doing any of the interesting maneuvers that personally I never pull off.
So many people will ask, why do this? You know, this is a silly thing to do, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there is a point to do this. And one of my, again, something we talked about off camera is if you as a driver, one of your responsibilities is to get to know both the vehicle, the technology, your comfort zone, and you know, there's just so much that you want to understand. In order to understand stuff, you don't want to test it when an emergency shows up. You want to test it when it's a controlled environment, right? This is a controlled environment. That's why we're doing it here. And if you're going to go out there, and a really good example of this is if we were to come up here for the first time, we actually, you know, run into ice and you don't know what to do.
Like breaking free on any of those corners.
Right. So being able to understand, you know what, the car is capable of doing this or that, it's good to have knowledge. Now, I've said this 1,000 times, knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you understand. And the more you understand, the more you can control every situation around you. I don't do this for fun because, to be honest with you, I really don't like pushing the cars beyond what they were designed for. Although I have to admit, I don't know what Teslas were designed to do because, well, they do a lot of things.
And they were designed by rocket scientists.
And they were designed by rocket scientists. I call them the Tesla mad geniuses, right? These guys are nuts. Whatever they do really well. So I hope this video was educational.
Educational, informative,